Hello students, today we are going to see the first chapter, that is programming concepts. I hope you have gone through the videos which I had shared previously on the Google Classroom. The first point of this chapter is algorithms. So before starting with the point algorithm, I would like you to know what is a computer software. I hope you know what is a computer software. So computer software is a set of computer programs. Till now you must have used a lot of computer softwares. So these computer softwares are nothing but a group or a set of computer programs. Now before going on to different types of software which you will be seeing in the first section, we will require what is to be known as a program. What is a program? A program is nothing but a set of instructions. When you keep all the instructions together in a sequence, we say it is a program. A program can be written in any programming languages. To write a correct and effective computer program, we must first plan its logic. Now in this case, you should know what is a logic. What is a program logic? Logic is a set of steps which when executed in sequence will give us the desired output. So whenever you have some real life problem, to sort out that real life problem, you decide what to do or what steps you are going to follow. That is nothing but the logic. To produce an effective computer program, it is necessary to write every instructions in the correct sequence. Now we'll move on to what is an algorithm. So this algorithm is a planning tool which is used by software engineers or analysts when we are in the software development phases. So in planning we are going to use algorithm. Algorithms we are going to draw on paper or we can use some designing tools on the computer. The word algorithm comes from the name of a Persian mathematician. The term algorithm refers to the logic of the program. So in the previous slide you have seen what is a logic. A logic is nothing but a set of steps which are given in a sequence and when followed in a sequence will give us the solution to a particular problem. So before writing a program we should write an algorithm in which we can clear the logic of our program. So it is a step-by-step description of how to arrive at a solution to a given problem. It is defined as a sequence of instructions that when executed in the specified sequence, the desired results are obtained. So there are some specific characteristics of an algorithm which we have to follow while writing an algorithm. The first characteristic is each instruction should be precise and unambiguous. Now what do you mean by precise and unambiguous? Precise means the instructions given in the algorithm should be short, small and clear. Unambiguous means clear. So when we read a step from an algorithm, it should be clear to all. It should not make the programmer more confused. The second characteristic of an algorithm is each instruction should be executed in a finite time. So when we are executing a instruction, it should be executed in a given time. It should not go in some infinite time loop. The third characteristic of an algorithm is one or more instructions should not be repeated infinitely. This ensures that the algorithm will ultimately terminate. Now what do you mean by repeated infinitely? So a given instruction, if you want to execute it 2 or 3 or 4 times, it's okay, but it should not go again and again and again and again. This will waste the time of the programmer, and when you convert this algorithm into a program, the CPU time also will be wasted. So at some point of time, the algorithm or the program should give us the related output and it should terminate, that is it should stop executing. And the last characteristic of an algorithm is after executing the instructions, the desired results are obtained. So we have written a program or an algorithm to get the desired results or the desired output. If the algorithm does not give us the result which we want, it is not the right algorithm or it is not the characteristic of an algorithm. So these are the 4 characteristics of an algorithm which we have to see when we write an self algorithm. So we shall take the first example, a real life problem, that is considering a problem of preparing a cup of tea. I hope everyone knows how to prepare a cup of tea. So this is our problem, and when we follow the given logic, we will get the desired output. So just see in this example how we are going to write an algorithm. Always the first step of the algorithm is start, and we have to write the sequence or the numbers of steps which are to be followed. So in this given problem, the logic, first step is step 1, start. Second step, take a utensil and pour 1 cup of water in it. This utensil is used for storage, and 1 cup of water is the input required for preparing a cup of tea. So whenever a problem is given, we should think about the inputs which will be required for the given problem, and these inputs have to be stored somewhere in the memory. So in this same case, we are going to use 1 cup of water, we are going to store it in a utensil. So this is the second step, take a utensil and pour 1 cup of water in it. Third step, switch on the gas and keep the utensil on it. So this gas will have to be switched on, which we will be required for processing of a cup of tea. Step 4, put 2 teaspoons of sugar and half teaspoon of tea powder in it. Again these 2 inputs will be going on for logic of solving the problem of preparing a cup of tea. So the fourth step, put 2 teaspoons of sugar and half teaspoon of tea powder in it. Fifth step, boil the mixture for about 1 minute. So we are going to give it some processing time. Next, pour half cup of milk in it. Another input to be taken for preparing a cup of tea. Step 7, boil for 30 seconds. So after the next input, we are again going to process the step. Next step, switch off the gas. Next, step 9, take a teacup and filter the tea in it. And last is stop. So always in an algorithm, the first step, that is step 1, will be start, and the last step will be stop. Between this start and stop, you will be having the different processing. So I hope you have understood now what is an algorithm. Now suppose this steps or this set of algorithms, set of instructions you give to a robot or to a machine, I hope you will get the output, that is 1 cup of tea. So this is a real life problem. Next we'll move on to some mathematical problem. Next problem is develop an algorithm to calculate the addition of 2 numbers. So now in this case there will be 2 inputs, that is 2 numbers and 1 output. So we'll see as usual the first step, step 1, start. Second step, take any 2 numbers a and b. So like in maths we take 2 variables a and b, same ways we are going to take here 2 numbers, that is a and b. So we can take any numbers and those numbers will get stored in a and b. Third step, we are going to do the addition of these 2 numbers a and b, and we are going to store it in the variable sum. So sum is equal to a plus b. Next step, we have to take the output. So step 4, print value of sum. The addition of 2 numbers a plus b will be stored in the variable sum. With this statement you will be able to display the value of sum. This last step is stop. So I hope now you have understood how to write an algorithm with these examples. Thank you.